A very good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News and you're with me, Dasani Athada. Let's start off with a look at your headlines.
Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa summoned before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into large-scale corruption and fraud. Actress and former MP Upeksha Swarnamali gives a statement to the Presidential Commission of Inquiry. Scam operator to rob individuals arriving from overseas uncovered. Nepal elects first female president.
Taking a look at your local news, former President Mahinda Rajapaksa arrived at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry to investigate and inquire into serious acts of fraud, corruption and abuse of power, state resources and privileges today. Secretary to the Commission, Lasil De Silva, said that former President was summoned to obtain a statement over an investigation underway into an alleged 200 million rupees loss caused to the independent television network in campaign advertising during the run-up to the January presidential election. A statement was obtained from President Rajapaksa on the same incident on a previous occasion as well after being summoned before the Commission. Meanwhile, former parliamentarian and actress Upeksha Swarnamali and several other artists were summoned before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into large-scale corruption and fraud today. Former MP and actress Upeksha Swarnamali was summoned before the Commission today to obtain a statement regarding a musical show staged during the January presidential election. Meanwhile, artist Bandula Vijay Veera said that he is informed to be appear before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry at 2 p.m. today. The Theldenia police has uncovered a scam in which people were robbed after being intoxicated. The police media spokesperson's office said that the scam came to light following a confession made by 3 suspects who were arrested on charges of robbing an individual who arrived from Qatar of his money and jewellery.
The individual faced this incident in Parutota, Theldenia. The 3 suspects were arrested after they had drugged, beaten and thrown the victim out of the vehicle while he was travelling from Katunayaka to Portuville. Another suspect of the incident had fled the scene. Police said that the victim, who lodged a complaint with the police, is currently being treated at the Theldenia hospital.
And now in more local news, Minister of Education Akila Viraj Karyavasam says that he does not expect any political or other incentives by changing education systems to suit future requirements. The minister made this statement while addressing the prize-giving ceremony of Nalanda College, Colombo yesterday.
The prize-giving ceremony of Nalanda College, Colombo for the year 2014 was held at the Bandar Nayaka Memorial International Conference Hall yesterday. Awards were presented to several students who excelled at national and international level at various fields. Air Force Commander Air Marshal Gagan Bulat Sinhala was presented the honorary award by the Old Nalandian Scouts Association.
There are 109 teaching centers in this country. Out of these centers, some are either dysfunctional or completely shut down. Some are functioning but with the greatest difficulty based on their interest. We have decided to re-establish these 109 teaching centers or rectify the shortcomings of some of them or even activate some of them. We have commenced training principals and have also sent some of them for training overseas over the past couple of days. And within the next 2 days, we are sending 3 more teams for training. We intend on taking many measures such as this in the future. However, such doings attract various criticism from certain factions. But we're doing the right thing. We are ready to steer the Ministry of Education with a clear vision. We do not have any political or other objectives. We have only one objective, that is to establish the education system of this country for the next 25, 30 to 50 years.
Locals of the Julampitia area in Valasmula say that several accidents have occurred due to the unsafe condition of the abutment wall of the Pahala Obada bridge in the area. The most recent incident was reported the night before last when a car fell off the bridge into the river. This is the Pahala Obada bridge which locals use to cross the Urubokoya via Julampitia on the Valasmula Middenia main road. Area residents say that though the safety rails of the bridge are at a dilapidated state, authorities do not seem keen on renovating it. While noting that travelling on this bridge is a major hazard for motorists at night, an incident was reported the night before last where a car fell off the bridge. 4 people, including a pregnant woman who sustained injuries in the accident, are receiving treatment at the Tangol and Valasmula hospital. When Newsfirst contacted the executive engineer of the Tangol Road Development Authority, C. Kodituaku, to inquire on the matter, he said that construction of the safety railings on the bridge will commence before Friday this week. Today marks 1 year since the devastating landslide that struck the Miriabad area in Koslanda. 1 year on, the authorities have failed to provide permanent residences to those living in temporary shelters. Those who lost their homes in the landslides still live in camps.
The landslide struck the Miriabad area in Koslanda, which falls under the jurisdiction of Haldamulla Divisional Secretariat, on a day like today last year around 7:15 am. 37 people were buried alive as the mound of the mountains overwhelmed an entire village. Though recovery and search operations were launched, authorities were only able to recover 12 bodies from the rubble. The devastating landslide, which struck on the 29th of October 2014, pinned down 63 line houses, a coal, a shop and a dairy centre. A year has passed by, but 321 persons belonging to 88 families who were affected by the landslide still remain in camps. Divisional Secretary of Haldamulla, Shiromi Jeevamala, says that steps are being taken to provide homes to the families who were affected by the landslide.
Recently on Newsfirst, we revealed an environmental hazard in the Vattala Pradeshya Sabha as the garbage in the area had not been disposed for several weeks. Following this revelation, the garbage in the area was disposed yesterday with the intervention of a Western Provincial Councillor.
Residents of the Vattala area were severely inconvenienced for several weeks due to the environmental pollution caused by the disposal of garbage from the Vattala Pradeshya Sabha. The locals charged that no measure on this matter was taken by any authority up until yesterday. Due to the absence of a proper procedure, garbage could be seen piled up in many places. Following the intervention of Western Provincial Councillor Randri Rodrigo yesterday, a solution to dispose the garbage was provided.
The
former chairman of the Pradeshya Sabha had orchestrated a protest which was staged by a group of women by forceful means, lying and provocation. So up until that time the protest was staged to now, there was no proper site to dispose this garbage. However, following the intervention of our organizer, Minister John Amaratunga, a faithful businessman expressed his willingness to provide a private land he owns for the garbage to be disposed. Now we are using that location as a dump yard.
The Financial Ministry said that a 90% leasing facility for motor vehicles will come into effect from today. The ministry issued a statement saying that the official notice will be sent out to the government and private financial institutions today. From the 15th of September 2014, the 100% leasing facility was limited to 70% by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. However, considering the negative impact this might have on the market, the Financial Minister stated that a 90% leasing facility will be given for motor vehicles. Moving on to more local news.